Hi guys, this is Matt, the crypto miner. In this part number 3, which is the video number 4, actually, we are going to discuss what is the Summit mining offer and how we can help you make money with cryptocurrency mining. That's where we are in the presentation. So what is Summit mining? So Summit mining, it's an investment service in mining equipment. So the way it started is that I was investing in those machines. I was buying some mining machines for me. And it was very profitable, high return on investment. That's what I was explaining before. And I had about 200 machines that were located in China and in Russia. And then I had some friends started to ask me, okay, Matt, is it possible that you buy some machines for me? I know nothing at all about it. So you buy them for me. I give you the money and you run everything for me. I was thinking, okay, well, I know how to do that. Of course I do for myself. So I can do for someone else. On top of that, with so many machines, well, you can imagine that I had a large network of suppliers, people that I knew, etc. So I was thinking, yeah, I can do that for my friend. But they were just my friends. So it was not a service or anything. It was just to help them invest some money that they had. And then I had a second friend, a few friends actually asking me the same thing. And then I was thinking, okay, maybe there's a service that we can create, because maybe that's with the knowledge that we have, we could help people invest in cryptocurrencies in a different way than just buying and selling cryptocurrencies, which is, well, most of the time a losing strategy. But we could also help people who want to diversify their investments. So they have some alternative investments, for example, but they want to have just one more, just not to put all eggs in the same basket. So we started the service. We were 3 partners, and now we are 170 clients, so 170 people invested, and we are running about 1,800 machines in China and in Russia. So the service from Summit Mining is very simple. We do everything for you. You send us the funds, and once per month, we buy some cryptocurrency machines, okay? Some mining machines. Only once per month, like that, it allows us to have more money, and to place a large order. And if you place a large order, obviously, you can get some discounts. But something which is very important to understand is the difference between what we are doing before and what we are doing now. Because before, if you remember, I was buying some machines for some people, for my friends, and then the first client. So they were giving me some cash, some money. And with this money, I was buying some machine only for them. But the problem is that the price of the machine is fluctuating over the time. So it's not always the same price. So a person who had invested, for example, 10,000 in March would have, it's just an example, 10 machines. And a person who invested 10,000 in June, because the price increased so much in machines, would not have 10 machines of the same type, but only 6, for example. And that was a big problem, because we had people investing with a different return on investment, but with the same type of machines and the same amount invested originally. So of course, initially our service was to do that. We introduce you to our network. We buy the best machines at that time with the funds that we have from you, and we do our best, because on top of that, we are paid a commission on what you mine net, So we do our best that you have the best machine and make the most money possible every month. Otherwise, we don't get anything, or very little. So that's what we were doing. We were really doing our best so that you buy the best machines, but we could not control the price of the machines from a month to another. So sometimes it was like a good time, if I can say so, and you could buy some cheap machines, and some months the machines were more expensive. But it was a bit random in the sense that if you arrive in March, well, maybe you just heard about us in March, and if you heard about us a little bit before, it would have been better for you. So I understand that it's like any investment like Bitcoin. If you first invest, it's 10,000, well, and it's 5,000 2 months later, well, it's bad luck for you. But it's like that, it's investment. But that's not what we wanted to do. So we switched the system to a community system. So instead of buying you just some machines, the funds that we have, we use them every month, only once per month, to buy some machines for everyone. So all the machines that we have now are shared among all investors. So like that, there's another advantage is that if a machine breaks, then it's not only you who will have to support the price and the cost of fixing the machine. It's not only you who's going to stop mining because you only have, for example, 2 machines and one of them is broken. Like that, everything is shared. The profits at the end of the month are shared based on how much you invest, and everything is shared. And because it's all shared, you are mining instantly all the cryptocurrencies that we have: Bitcoin, Dash, Litecoin, and Zcash. So as long as mining those coins is profitable, that's the way you are getting paid. And we are paying you every month at the beginning of the month based on the profits that were made by the machines the previous month. Okay. And on top of that, what we do is that we have a whole community of people asking questions, answering questions, and it's progressing in terms of knowledge about cryptocurrencies. So it's very, very, very important because I understand, I'm the first one to understand that it's very difficult to start in cryptocurrencies. And if you don't have someone guiding you, it's difficult, because on top of that you have many projects that seem interesting but that are actually scams. There are things, terms and things that you are not too sure how to use. Well, it's basically difficult, but with a community like that we have set little by little with time, then you are guided and everyone is here to help you. So the investment start at 2,000 euros, but we don't guarantee any return on investment, because some months the mining is high and some months the return on investment is lower. But we can't know. We don't know. We do our best again. We do our best because we are paid on top of that a commission on what you mine net. But if the month is not good, well, it's not good for everyone. Now, you need to understand that there are 3 types of risk. So the first one is the equipment failure. So we are buying physical machines. So it's possible that at some point the machine breaks. It is possible. It is possible. So in our case, we are fixing the machines, and everyone in the community of miners, all the investors are paying a little bit from the profits. But that's something which is actually good, because instead of having just you paying for the full price of reparation for fixing the machine, then everyone is going to pay a little bit. Then you have the geopolitical risk. So that's something obviously that we cannot control, but for that reason, we are using mining farms in different countries. And we are trying with time to open in different countries as well, like more countries, just like to reduce this risk. And even within the same country, I'm thinking especially about China, all the machines that we have and we are running are not in the same on the same site, because if there's any type of issue, geographical issue, I don't know, like whatever can happen, or even a power cut, like for a few days, at least we have machines in different locations, various locations. Like that, it's reducing a lot the risk. And then the third risk, you can say that it's the market risk. And that's what I was explaining. If the price of Bitcoin, for example, is going too low, then we might have for a few days or weeks to unplug the machines. It doesn't mean that the money is gone or lost. No, because the machines are still there. We can just plug them again later. But it means that there's a risk as well here. And it's an investment, obviously. So there's some risk in any kind of investment. But in this way of investing, it's much more interesting, because even if the price is not moving, what's interesting is that we keep mining. I was explaining that a little bit before. You keep mining, so you keep making commissions. So you don't have the pressure of, I want the price to go up now or next month or something, because you keep mining, you keep mining, you keep mining, you keep mining. So it's something which is quite quite interesting. And that's why I like it in terms of receiving passive incomes. And that's the way I actually wanted to start mining. It's because I wanted to get some passive incomes, the same that I was getting with real estate. I bought some real estate, you buy. It's a bit difficult at the beginning, but then when everything is set up, then you get the rents from the tenants. So that's something which is very interesting. And I wanted to do the same with cryptocurrencies. I didn't really know if it was possible or not. And then I figured out that mining was actually the solution for that. Now, some numbers. So 142%, it's the return on investment that we had in 2019. So it was exceptional. It was exceptional, and I'm not saying that the following years or months will be the same. 140%, every month was positive, even when the price went from 14,000 to 5 or 3,000 or 6,000. Like we were positive every month, thanks to the mutualization and the sharing of machines. But you need to understand that when we made this return on investment, it was not just the same return on investment every month. We had some months where we made 15, 20, 25, 30% and more. And that's what made the whole return on investment. But the price, when the price of Bitcoin started to go down, we were still positive. But then we started to make 8%, 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, which is still very good because that's a percentage per month. It's the percentage per month. So it's way beyond any other type of investment. And this one, 15% on the right, is the return on investment for the 5 first months of 2020, which is still way higher than any other type of investment. But you see, to be absolutely transparent, you need to understand that we cannot guarantee what will be the return on investment this month or next month or the following months. Now let's review quickly the pros and cons of Summit mining. So it's 100% shared management. So it's not you who is taking the risk only on some machine, but everyone is there, and that's actually reducing the risk a lot. The prices that we get as well are extremely good because, well, when we place an order with 100,000 or $150,000, well, obviously we get a huge discount, and the discount is directly distributed with everyone investing, because if we have a discount of 10%, then Dewey can buy more machines with this money, and more machines directly benefits the person who is investing. Then you can be part of the cryptocurrency boom before everyone else. So that's something extremely important. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, they are 10 years old, so just a decade, but there's such a huge potential, You saw what I was telling you before about the potential of Bitcoin. We are still at the very, very, very beginning. So if you miss this investment, and I'm not necessarily talking about Summit mining, if you miss cryptocurrencies in general, you might miss something really, really, really huge. That's the only investment where you can multiply your profits by 10, 20, or 50. That's the only one. There's no other investment where you can do that passively. But you need to take action. You need to take the risk to invest and to do something, and that's the only solution. The thing is that you should not do it stupidly. It doesn't mean that you must do it with us. I'm not saying that. We offer a solution, but there are plenty of other solutions. But the solution we offer is that it's ethical and it's fair. So if we make money, it means that you've made money before. And it's ethical because someone who invests, for example, 10,000 euros will receive at the end of the month twice as much as someone who invests 5,000. So there's no question of luck or, oh, this guy made more money than me, but we invested the same amount. That's not fair. And that's why we switch this system from the original system where we were buying only machines for you to the system where all the machines are shared with everyone. And you don't need to know anything about cryptocurrency mining, because we do everything for you. We do everything for you, but what we also want to do is not just, okay, we take your money and cool, okay, bye. No, we want to help you understand cryptocurrency markets. And that's why we have this community. And that's very important. Of course, if you are not so interested about it, you don't have to participate. But if you want to participate and learn new things, well, that's probably one of the best place where to be, because we have people with experience, and we don't have people who are just here, okay, I want money, I want money, I want money, but without thinking too much how things are working. So if you want to learn more about cryptocurrencies, that's really the place to be. Maybe you knew about cryptocurrencies before, maybe you knew about mining before, but maybe you also knew about cloud mining. And cloud mining, it's a very different system from what we are doing. In cloud mining, if you don't know what it is, you are renting some power, okay? So instead of buying some machines or investing like us in a system like ours, what you do, you have a contract to get a certain amount of power for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. But at the end of the contract, then nothing belongs to you. So if you are not profitable within the time frame of the contract, so let's say within 3 months, then you lose your money. Because, for example, you invested $5,000, but you only got back 3,000 in cryptocurrencies. So the gap, you will never make it. You will never make the gap, because the contract is over. But in our system, it's completely different, because you are the owner of the machines. So even if within 3 months or 6 months, you didn't make all the money back from the investment, that's not a problem at all. Because first, you can keep mining 1 more month, 6 more months, 1 more year, like the contract is renewable, because we write a contract, of course. And on top of that, the machines, they belong to you. So in the worst case scenario, you can say, okay, I'm leaving, and we can sell the machines at the pro rata of your investment, of course, but we can sell the machines. The value will not be zero. Well, two more things. So I explained about the community, which is very, very important. And we are paid on what you earn net. So I said it already. I told you a few times, but that's actually the thing. Like if you don't make any money, well, we don't we don't really make any money, and we are paying every month. So that's something which is very good as well. The last thing on which I want to close this presentation before we start with the question and answers that you had is that if you want to buy your first cryptocurrencies today, Mr. Sorel is telling us that you are still an early adopter with a high potential reward. And that's if there's only one thing that you need to remember from this presentation is what this guy is saying. Because if you talk about cryptocurrencies around yourself, no one knows about it, or they heard quickly, but not so many people own some cryptocurrencies. But the number of people is growing. It's growing, but we are still at the very, very, very beginning. So you have two solutions. The first one is to invest, again, not necessarily with us, but to invest in cryptocurrencies, and potentially in the worst case scenario, the worst of the worst, lose your investment, no matter what could have happened. But the other possibility is that you can multiply your investment by 10, 20, or 50, and it's impossible in any other markets. So our approach is just one solution to invest, and but in any case, I think you can't ignore cryptocurrencies and their potential. So now we're gonna pass to the next section and the last video, and we're gonna talk about the question and answers that you had.